From traffic signal smashes to toppling dump trucks, fast food flingers to dangerous deliveries. Wham Bam Dashcam is always a rough ride, so hold on to your handlebars. Paul was driving his wife Judy's Subaru Forester to work when he watched a Jeep driver run a red light in front of another SUV, and the resulting collision sent the Jeep flipping onto its roof. After the collision, Paul immediately stopped and ran to help the driver of the flipped Jeep. Thankfully, although he was disoriented, he wasn't seriously hurt, and neither were the occupants of the other SUV. When police arrived, they asked Paul for a copy of his dashcam footage. A few days later, one of the driver's insurance providers also called and requested it. Bad drivers never miss their exits. Not even bad dump truck drivers. David watched one dive across the exit lane before rolling the truck onto its side. He called 911 to report the incident, but he doesn't know what happened after that. Erin was riding her Kawasaki motorcycle, and her helmet cam footage proves she was obeying the 40-mile-per-hour speed limit when an impatient SUV driver used the center turn lane to pass her illegally. Erin told us the Toyota Sequoia pelted her with small rocks and debris as it passed her at well over the speed limit. Moments later, another SUV passed her exactly the same way, but that one was an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper's Dodge Durango, which followed the Toyota into a gas station parking lot to give the driver a helping of instant justice while Erin kept right on going. You know, if that Toyota driver had just been content with going 40 in a 40, they would have gotten to wherever they were headed a lot sooner, and for a lot less money. Just saying. Jason watched an SUV driver completely ignore the signs, the lines, and the multiple curbs and barriers that all should have been clues telling them that turning right through this intersection isn't allowed.
Are you kidding me?
Once traffic had cleared, the SUV driver proceeded with their very illegal right turn before slamming into a traffic signal, destroying a headlight and easily doing thousands of dollars of damage to their vehicle. After the collision, Jason told us the SUV driver calmly reversed and carried on their merry way. He apologized for swearing, but offered as a defense the fact that he's Australian. A front-heavy vehicle driving fast on a wet highway? What could go wrong? Henry told us he was going 50 miles per hour when the driver of the Ram pickup passed him before hydroplaning and spinning into the median. Thankfully, the truck didn't hit anything before coming to a stop. No sooner had that incident happened than the driver right behind Henry got into the passing lane and took off just as fast. Henry said, "People never learn." Jay was on his way home from work when a Cadillac driver rolled past a stop sign and into the path of Jay's Ram 2500. After dodging the Cadillac by swerving into the neighboring lane, Jay told us he contacted the Dallas County Sheriff's Department and alerted them to the situation, as he thinks the other driver might have been intoxicated. Gavin was leaving high school when he noticed a bus next to him inching closer, which made him want to get far away from it. It's a good thing he did. No sooner had he put some distance between the bus and his Jeep Grand Cherokee than the bus went off the road and smashed into a guardrail. Even then, the bus didn't stop barreling toward Gavin's Jeep, and he had to swerve into the oncoming lane to escape being rear-ended. Thankfully, the bus didn't make contact with his vehicle, although it came within inches. Gavin gave his dashcam footage to school officials, and they were grateful for the video evidence. Thankfully, nobody was injured in the collision, and the driver of the bus is no longer the driver of the bus. Rurika was taking her sister to piano practice when she experienced a scary road rage incident. As she turned left through an intersection, her Subaru Impreza was nearly struck by a Chevy Silverado running a red light. Not content with merely scaring the crap out of Rurica and her sister, the unhinged Chevy driver made more illegal maneuvers in order to turn around and catch up with them. He then made a pitiful attempt to throw a drink at them. After that embarrassing failure, the pickup driver tried multiple times to brake check and block Rurica, but she had no trouble getting past the truck. As she turned toward her destination, he tried one last thing. It looks like his passenger tossed a half-eaten hamburger at her, wrapper and all, which landed in the road after completely missing. Sadly, she couldn't make out his license plate number, so she hasn't reported the incident. Christian's family was on their way home when they watched a pickup driver weave through traffic before clipping the front of an FJ Cruiser. Christian's family continued after seeing both drivers pull over. This is the second time Christian has had a submission featured. We'll link to his previous submission at the end of this episode so you can check it out. Ginger was taking her 9-year-old son to an appointment when the driver of a Volkswagen SUV pulled out in front of her Chevy Traverse without warning. The VW driver had driven right past a stop sign, only stopping after entering the path of Ginger's SUV. Thankfully, she was able to brake, honk, and swerve into the empty adjacent lane to avoid a collision. Rennie's friend was on her way home one morning when the driver of a white car flew through their red light, clipping the front of her Nissan Rogue. After the collision sent Rennie's friend's SUV into the median, the other driver fled the scene, continuing down the highway as if they hadn't just done about $7,000 in damage to the Nissan. She reported the collision to the police and made an insurance claim. Sadly, her dashcam footage didn't capture a clear shot of the car's license plate number, so she has no way to identify the driver responsible. If you recognize the car in question or know who might have been driving it on the morning of March 19th, let us know and we'll pass the information along. Thankfully, Rennie's friend wasn't injured by the collision. Michael encountered a Tesla behaving badly when an oncoming Tesla driver made an unprotected left turn across his lane, and he had to slam on the brakes to avoid T-boning it with his Honda Civic.
That Tesla man can't drive. That Tesla man can't drive.
Before you call this video a close the gap incident, this happened at an intersection, so the Toyota driver who left a gap did exactly what they were supposed to do in this situation. Only the Tesla driver is to blame for this close call. Nasir was driving his Toyota Corolla through snowy North Hempstead last January when a BMW driver who couldn't see Nasir coming turned across his path anyway. Immediately after the collision, Nasir said the BMW driver began blaming the pile of snow that had blocked his view. When police arrived 40 minutes later, Nasir didn't say anything before showing them his dashcam footage. The officers didn't ask him any questions, only requesting his documents before writing their collision report. The next day, Nasir contacted his insurance provider and they said the BMW driver had accepted responsibility. Incredibly, neither driver was seriously injured by the collision. But since Nasir's Corolla's airbags had deployed and there was major structural damage, the insurance company totaled it. Nasir told us it was his first car. It had 138,000 miles on it and he'd just done major suspension work 2 weeks prior. He ended up replacing it with a used Mazda CX-50 15 years newer. Timothy was on his way to an auto parts store when the driver of a Dodge Charger used his turn lane to pass traffic at high speed, nearly causing a head-on collision. Timothy told us this is the second close call he's had since buying his Chevy Silverado, but he didn't have a dash cam for the first one. Wham Bam Dashcam motivated him to install one. Check out our recommendations in the description. Spark's brother was just getting into his Ford Edge when his dashcam caught an RV smashing into an SUV parked in the same lot. Sparks' brother waited for the owner of the SUV to return and provided them with a copy of his dashcam footage, which we're sure they appreciated considering the RV driver left the scene without leaving a note. Hopefully they were able to eventually locate the hit-and-run driver. Spark told us their whole family loves Wham Bam videos. This subscriber was driving his Ford F-150 named Bucket around and collecting abandoned scrap metal when he watched a cone fall off an oncoming truck before he mercilessly ran it over. Our subscriber told us that the incident did zero damage to Bucket or the cone, but what about the toys that were hiding under it? Does anyone even care what happened to them? Ben was on his way to work when he successfully avoided being sideswiped, only to be rear-ended instead. When the driver in the turn lane next to Ben's drifted across into his lane, he slammed on his brakes to avoid being struck. But the driver of a Toyota SUV making a right on red didn't realize he'd stopped before rear-ending his Corolla. The driver who'd forced Ben to stop just continued on their merry way while Ben and the driver of the 4Runner stopped and exchanged information. Ben took his Corolla to a body shop soon after for a repair estimate. When they discovered damage to the car's subframe, the quote climbed to over $19,000 before the vehicle was totaled. Thanks to that little love tap from the 4Runner, Ben now drives a Hyundai Santa Cruz. Tara was on her way home on slick roads after a recent rain when an oncoming driver nearly lost control while going around a curve way too fast for conditions. For all the parents out there using our videos to teach their teenagers how to drive safely, here's a lesson for them. The speed limit is not a minimum speed. You are allowed to drive slower than the speed limit when needed. For example, if you're driving a big heavy sedan around a curve on wet pavement, it's okay to slow down below the speed limit until you've safely rounded the bend. Tara stopped and made sure the driver of the hatchback ahead of her was okay after she saw her pull over in a parking lot. The other driver was so thankful, she even offered to buy Tara lunch. This subscriber was driving down a divided highway in Texas with his wife Michelle when the driver of a pickup truck crossed multiple lanes before clipping the front of his BMW M3. After the collision, both drivers pulled over to the breakdown lane to exchange information. Thankfully, both vehicles remained drivable. This subscriber was driving past the Yuma International Airport when an F-5N Tiger trainer jet made a low pass over the highway as it came in for a landing. And if that's not an F-5N, don't get mad at us. That's what our subscriber told us it was, and we're just taking his word for it. Being totally honest, we absolutely do not misidentify things on purpose just to get more engagement. We're just human, and we make mistakes sometimes. If you want to see more humans making mistakes, here's the episode with Christian's previous submission. Or if you've seen that one already, YouTube thinks you missed this one. But YouTube makes mistakes too, so who knows? Whatever you decide to watch, we'll see you next week.
Wham, bam, we got a Patreon, man. Please support the show.